Okay, not bad. Anyway, Charles LeBlanc here. I'm in a place on Brunswick Street. It's a little bit more quiet. Okay. This was an area 1 year ago tonight. 1 year ago tonight, there was all kinds of action because there was a huge abandoned building that caught on fire and was totally destroyed, as you can see. And just go to YouTube and write Brunswick Street Fire, Fredericton, Charles LeBlanc. Go to Google, write my name, Charles LeBlanc, or my Facebook, and you'll see the video. What's so special about this fire is I never did that before. I was the first one on the scene. The first one on the scene. I just came from Miramichi. Next thing you know, I see smoke. I come with my camera. I start filming, banging the door. I thought there were some people in the house. I banged the door. My God, you could only do that in the movies. So what happened? Fire was going, huge flame. I was in the back. I returned, huge. It was scary. And people were coming for the woodwork, start filming. I was ordering, stand back, stand back. And then, after it was all over, I had this video. So I won't mention no cop's name. So I showed this to a cop. I said, listen, I got a video here you might be interested in. Because it was right at the start of the fire. The fire started in a balcony in the back. So, you know what the first question the cop asked me? What you been doing the last 2 hours? I told him, I said, don't even go down that road. Don't go down that road. Go somewhere else. Don't look at me. No, 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 no. So, that was okay. So then I said to myself, I came in the next morning, and then I had to take pictures, and who do I see? River Rat, Matt Myers. Look at me and push the fireman aside. I said to myself, River Rat, Matt Myers. And then the rest of the bunch, Bobby Simmons, Yves Desprez, Fred Wuzzo. Did I miss any? Daryl Carter. I always mark them down just in case I miss some. Nope. And Bob Costello. Those people are determined to have me killed or put me in jail. They're determined. They could do anything. So I said to myself, they're gonna come after me and charge me with arson. Then they'll say, well, you know, let's give it a shot. So I was prepared. My alibi was solid, very, very solid, which I will say it right here. Since it's a year, but there's no limitation on arson. So what happened? Everything was all right. Then about 2 or 3 months later, the same cop that asked me where I was the last couple hours, he was undercover, stopped me, and then was talking. And then I look at him, I said, so how's your case going there with that arson on Brunswick Street? Well, we know who it is. I think we know who it is, but we can't prove it. So I looked, I said, I'm surprised you guys never hauled me in the station. He looks at me, he goes, did you do it? Jesus Christ, I ripped his coat. See if he had a listening device or something. Anyway, like they're so desperate, did you do it? Anyway, no, I didn't do it. My God, I won't even joke around and say, I mean, can you imagine saying, oh yeah, I did it there. I'll be looking at 75 years in jail. My alibi, very, very solid. I came from the pharmacy at the superstore. Everything was marked, the time, the date I was there. Start walking, and then I look at my left, the date, July 31st, if you want to check. The cops are watching this video. July 31st, huge black clouds over exhibition ground. I kept on going, visited a friend, Then we were outside of the back. Then I hear these sirens, and then it was pouring rain, and you hear these sirens and sirens. She told me, well, if you want to go, go. I said, nah, that's all right. So let's say just 20 minutes, stay there, start walking. I said, I gotta go. Turn my head, and voila, I seen the smoke. And then I asked a cop, what was the sirens before? About half an hour before the call on the fire. Where was the, why the sirens? They had an accident in the corner of Prospect and Hanwell. So my alibi is solid. I wasn't around. But these idiot cops, Bobby Simmons, Bo Shung, whatever she wanted to be called, River Rat, Matt Myers, Rob Castello, Daryl Carter, Yves Depre, and Fred Wazzo will go to the extreme to come and get me. And what happened with the Edmundston police, those were orders from those 6 cops to come and do me harm. And we will go more into this next week, how the justice system, the judge, agrees. Anyway, that's another story. Focus, Charles, focus. So, 1 year ago, there was a big fire here. If you know who did it, and then you should call Crime Stoppers. If you call Crime Stoppers, the cops might go in and shoot you. That's what happened to Michel Viano in Batters. So if you know who did it, call the Fredericton police. No, you can't call them because they might accuse you to be an arsonist. Who do you call? Let's try that again. If you know who caused this damage and leads to an arrest, call I don't know who you can call.